sent an email to both John Allen and Yuri Melich, where he states that he was a team leader in the area where Kaylee's remains were found. He also goes on to state items of evidentiary value that he found there, which include the baby blanket in the cooler. He states that he also had 2 qualified dogs in that location that were knee-deep in water. And during the search, there was another male neighbor that, of course, was out there dumping items. And he states something extremely important. He says, although I know that many times the area is searched multiple times before a body is sometimes found, I believe the remains were moved there after our search. And what's extremely disturbing about this, Judge, is this was emailed to the lead detective, to both lead detectives, on the 13th of December of 2008. We just received this email 2 weeks ago. Aside of the discovery violations and the possible Brady violations, which I'll address later in my argument, we find this very concerning. That is an aerial map of Suburban Drive in the area where Kaylee Marie Anthony's remains were found. And if you see on the top left-hand corner, again, it's cut off by the photocopies. It says baby blanket and a line drawn to a specific area. That specific area is very close to the privacy fence, which Kaylee's remains were ultimately found. Again, without having spoken to Mr. Jordan, we never would have been able to identify that that is specifically what that is. It is critical. It's critical to the defense to be able to get a hold of these documents, to be able to see if there's any other bombshells out there that specifically relate to EquiSearch volunteers searching an area and not finding Kaylee's remains.
But the significance, Your Honor, they go, it's a heavy burden on the defense to come to my office. My office is a 10-minute walk and a 2-minute drive from this courthouse. If they've got time to do TV interviews and drive to TV stations, I think they should have the time to come to my office and review the 4,000 documents that they're jumping up and down they haven't had access to because they haven't made the time to come over. It is beyond me. It's incredulous to suggest that there's just bombshells and that there's this, things have been hidden from them when they're just still sitting in my office. Come by after court.
Okay.
Pay a visit.
Talk to the court.
I apologize, Your Honor.
That's all right.
Now, additionally, and now we find ourselves before His Honor wasting the court's time, wasting the taxpayers' money for something that has been addressed and they were put on notice. This kind of stuff shouldn't be permitted. There's no new information that's been brought before the court, either because of laziness or sloppiness. This information hasn't been tracked down. All these protestations are being heard that they don't have access to the documents. They have. They just haven't taken the few hours it takes to come out and do it. And they're right. It is a capital murder case. And a capital murder case demands a lot more than not coming by my office and reviewing these documents if they're so relevant. Thank you, Your Honor.
We keep running into a situation where we have a case, Judge, where the defense is getting discovery a year later, stuff that will help our investigation, where everyone clearly sees we are seeking out this information. They don't want to give it to us. And I don't understand why everybody's so afraid of uncovering the truth in this case. And that's the problem here, is that there's a lack of cooperation for whatever motivations the court chooses to accept. You have a serious issue where they're trying to kill Miss Anthony, and we're trying to save her life here, and we can't do it if we're handcuffed with every twist and turn that we take. Judge, these documents are critical to the defense.